What up, guys? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Beautiful Tuesday morning here in the Midwest of the United States. I hope everything is great where you are. Give me a quick hi in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me and that Mr. Bear is coming through for you. Okay. We got the Nasdaq up here. If you're new to the channel, we only intraday trade the Nasdaq futures contract down here. It's a great product to day trade, in my opinion. Other people, what's up, Parashiv? Other people, Bookmap is working for me today, so that's good. We'll look at Bookmap here. Yesterday, Bookmap was not working. Today, it is working. That's good. Bookmap is an order flow program that I use. Very handy to look at order flow, buy and sell orders, large areas of liquidity, which you can see up here on the Nasdaq, up here at 11,520. Typically, price will want to get sucked up into those large areas of liquidity. For me, those act as magnets. Support and resistance levels, and also a confirmation of support and resistance levels. A big one down here, 11,470. I think that would be very significant. One thing I like about Bookmap is you can see how long that these have been sitting there, so that you can get an idea if they're spoofs or if they're legit. I don't know about this one. It hasn't been there that long, but typically, like with any areas of support and resistance, price is attracted and repelled away from areas of support and resistance. So if I see a big area of liquidity here, like at 11,470, what I can do is take a look over at the chart and see what's going on over there. We can just see, we've got a big area of support right down there, 11,070. Not a big area of support, but it's right here, so you can see it. We've got this touch over here. VWAP will probably get pulled up into that as well, and that'll be a big area. That's what I was thinking as an entry point. We can go over macros and stuff, but I was thinking VWAP would be probably a good entry point if you're looking to go long on this thing. Why are we looking to go long, possibly? Let's look at the daily. Start with our macro time frames. I always like to work my way down, look at higher time frames and move down. I'm actually going to start with a weekly because I think that's important to keep in mind. We are having a couple days of bullish action. I hope YouTube's telling me it's not getting enough memory. I hope that was just me firing up Bookmap and not some bigger issue. So let me know if it's getting choppy for you on the live stream end. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Let's just look at last week's candle. I mean, we still have a bearish candle. We're still in a very bullish downtrend on the year. I mean, let's not let the last couple of days kid anybody about what's going on. We're just in a retracement on this thing. Very bearish candle from last week. This is a weekly chart. So a very bearish candle from last week. We closed below the 200 SMA on the weekly, which we haven't done in the last 10 years. So, it's a really bearish sign. What's up, Justin? Hey, Tyson. Morning. Very bearish sign. It's going to have some pullbacks in this big bearish move. So, don't let any of these green days trick you into thinking that this is the bottom. I don't know if we're there yet. So I just wanted to keep last week's candle in mind, that very bearish weekly candle, and that we've closed below the 200 SMA on the weekly, which we haven't done. I mean, my chart doesn't even go back far enough. And maybe over here back in 2012, we kind of skimmed off it, but the 200 SMA on the weekly has always traditionally been support for it. We may be seeing just a bounce off of that. But I'm keeping last week's weekly candle in mind until I get if this week's candle is very bullish and we start to break out, maybe I'll be a little more optimistic. But for now, it's difficult for me to be. So here's yesterday. Very bearish candle on Friday. Again, we broke actually that low on the Sunday night open, and it shot down pre-market, and then on Monday, and then on Monday during the session, the U.S. session, we actually had a very bullish day. We did take some scalps. I think I made like $300. I've got a couple couple of these performance accounts now, and I think I made like 150 in one, and maybe I made like 101, and then I think I made like 150 in each. I think I don't know, whatever. It wasn't a I'm trading a little more cautiously. I'm not having any big grand slams. I can only pull out $1,500 in each one of these accounts each month. So, and I've got to trade like 28 days. So there's no point trying to hit a grand slam. Although there were some good opportunities yesterday to do that. But anyways, let's look at. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. What's going on this morning? We've got a big area of resistance that we're creeping up into. These are like these. I don't know what to call them. We had a lot of these. Where did we have these? Like over here was one. Let's see. But typically it would come in with an area of confluence with the 20 SMA. Here was another one which we didn't have that 20 SMA. They kind of form these shelves which act as these ledges or just areas of resistance, I guess. Where price, and we're having another one right here, I think, where price comes in and then we just fail. And particularly when we get around the 20 SMA on it. Here's one where we actually popped up through and we found a bottom. And that's where we had this rally to the upside. So it'll be interesting to see what it wants to do right up here at this point. We do have NFP coming out on Friday. If we want to look at, I had that economic calendar up. What did I do with it? Did I close it? Shoot. We've got some job stuff coming out this week. I'm just looking now to see if there's any catalysts that might be able to push this up through that resistance level. And if we might be able to get some sort of short-term rally coming on. Just let me adjust some of these things. I'm only interested in the US for this week. So today, what do we got today? Nothing really today, which is kind of nice. Tomorrow, ADP employment. Tomorrow, that'll be significant. That's pre-market. These are central time, so this is an hour and 15 minutes before the market opens, an hour before the market opens. Then we're going to have some ISM stuff come out at 9. So tomorrow we've got news on Wednesday. Thursday, initial jobless claims pre-market, and then of course on Friday we've got NFP. So lots of news that could send it either, I think, away from this pretty significantly, or it'll just continue with the trend and we'll roll down. I suspect it's going to come up to around this 20 SMA mark, and we're going to roll. You can see here we had this breakout of the 20 SMA, a little bit of a follow through. It should have continued up on that, and we broke new lows on that structure. We've also broke new yearly lows. I just want to double check on that. Yeah, yearly lows over here. I'm still bearish on it, and you can see us coming up now to that resistance level that we drew out, and we're going to get probably this bearish little candle here. On the 4-hour, we may want to come back down. I'm just looking at, I'm just thinking about what I might want to do. Come up and we roll back down, use this trend line, then make another attempt up perhaps. Or we just bust straight up through and we break this level, and then we start searching out the 20 SMA on the daily, which would be your profit target. Up here, 11,800. So that's about 200 points, from 600 to 800. I think we'd probably want to move through fairly easily, but it's got to get above 600 and hold those prices. I mean, really, we like to see like some volume coming in up here. As we look at like a volume profile. One thing I looked at when I looked at this hourly was this nice high volume node we have up here. A lower volume node here, which shows me that we're probably accepting some of these prices, and we may want to make that another move to the upside here. So it's bullish. It's bullish right now. You can't deny that. Look at this buying coming in, going up. Coming into a nice low volume node, overnight volume profile. VWAP for me would be a nice entry point. If you wanted to go long on it, if you were looking to buy it, I would be looking at VWAP down here at 11,004. That 470 level, which we just saw over on Bookmap, has a bunch of orders sitting down there. So you can see all these orders, liquidity orders sitting down there right at that level, from 471 down to 467. So that's right there where we see that low volume node VWAP. So I think price may want to roll down to that. It may find some support. If you want to confirm that level, what you can do is draw like a counter trend line, like what I've got here on the 5-minute. This is pre-market though, so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, you would just be looking for some like bearish structure. It would probably have to be like on a 1-minute because of it's probably going to shoot down there pretty quick. On the 1-minute, looking for that bearish structure, it would be faster than this, but something like that. And then the break to the upside as an entry. So that might be one idea. I can also see it right here, busting up through 15 and then coming up to 30. But I'm not going to trade pre-market. This is very aggressive on this 4-hour. It looks like this needs some sort of pullback and then that second leg if it wants to go up. But we are at an area of resistance, so you need to keep that in mind. What's up, Taro? What's up, Lennon? Airbank, VVS, what's up? What do you guys think? You think let's take a poll. Oh, I always do this. I always forget to hit the poll button. Type it out, and then if we were going to range today, which I don't know if we are. I don't know if we're going to range, but I think the range would be pretty significant. The range, we would typically when it ranges, it's going to use the bands on the hourly as that range. But again, we can see here how this is opened up right up to 70. I think you could take your profit up here at 70. We got a decent move up. I think you'd want to be getting out at 70, right up there at 75. Top of the band on the 1 hour. That big resistance level that we drew out. That's my question here. Ask your community. Enter and it won't go. Big in the news, really. That market stocks are moving up. Got about 6 minutes for the market open. Good time to go fill up those coffee mugs. And wait to see what happens. I think, that pop at 16 up to 30 looks pretty nice. I also don't want to get caught in it though, but and it's probably going to go here in a second. All right, guys, I'm going to go fill my mug. I'll be right back. Get that market open. All right, back, boys. So I was thinking, I think I'm going to trade the new account today. Oh, we're getting that move right there. That boom, that pop we just talked about. Man, I was going to take that. Just didn't get in on it. Dang it. Up. I think we're going to trade that new account today. I'm going to try to take a couple of draws on both of them this month. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Taro. If you ever want to, I think you can go back. If you missed the pre-market analysis stuff, you can just go back in the stream and watch it again and then just jump forward to the live stream. I think it'll let you do that, right? Man. My ATM on this thing. Scalp. Question is, where does it kind of want to go here? I like using session, the session delta down here. A lot of buying coming through there. Actually, not on the open. Sellers coming in here. Looks like it might want to make a move down. I'm thinking that I'm still thinking VWAP. It's going to want to get sucked down to VWAP. If you ever want to know if it's bullish or not, you can always, come in and look, are we green on the day? Yeah, we're green 2%. What's cumulative delta? We are green cumulative delta. We are in positive cumulative delta in the overnight session. However, on the session open, the US session, we're actually negative delta. So I'm keeping that in mind, and we're trading above VWAP. So those three things, when I look at, what sentiment, I'm looking at, are we positive, negative? What's our cumulative delta? Are we positive, negative? How strong cumulative delta is in the overnight? And I'm looking if we're trading above or below VWAP. And that's kind of step one. And then you can just look at a chart. The chart on the overnight is just going up. So yeah, it's got to be considered bullish at the moment. The one thing I don't want to do though is chase the price up here. We're coming on to pre-market highs up at 51. What we had talked about was an entry possibly down here at VWAP. I don't know if we're going to get it or not. May just keep moving up. And a massive area of resistance up here in this blue box. That's kind of our resistance zone. And I think we'd probably see some pretty significant levels of resistance up here. I'm using the top of the band on the 1 hour as that mark to start it. But I think it's, VWAP for me was a good entry point, but it may not want to come down to VWAP, and then it just goes. It's just life. I don't know if I want to chase it up here. It's already up 2% on the day. We did see that nice move right here. We talked about it in this level. Get off my screen. Level of resistance, and we talked about that popping and going up to the top of the band. I just wasn't quick enough on it. Happened right on the market open. I would be cautious of this being some sort of long-term rally. We don't have any news today, so that's semi-encouraging. We had a spammer over in the Discord. Apologies for that. Yesterday was kind of a hectic day for me. I didn't get over to it. I didn't really get to it till last night. Clean it out. I don't know. We're getting some unsavory folks. I think that's the one thing with having a free Discord, right? Is anybody can join and then get in there and do whatever they want. So you really got to moderate it. And if you're not on there constantly, then things can go down. Just sitting on my hands here for a little bit. I don't really want to. I mean, I think it's gonna move up to 585. I think that's got in its sights. It's just how do you get in on it without blowing up the account? That, we break highs, you expect that continuation, but now you'd be 10 points, 500, 600. We're breaking structure down. I feel like I would be guessing. I'm not guessing, but I would just be taking a stab at it here. But this might be an entry. No, I think it's gonna fall. I'm watching Delta. Let's get Bookmap up here so I can see better what's going on. We got all that liquidity still sitting down there. It's not all that liquidity. It's about 50 orders. So it's not. I bet there's a bunch sitting up at. Bunch sitting up there either. Oh, at 600, there's about 100 contracts. You don't mind giving this live stream a like if you like any of this content? I would really appreciate it. Completely free. All this is completely free. Only thing I ask in return is a like, maybe a subscribe to the channel. That would be fantastic as well. I need to start doing more like content videos. I've been relying a little bit too much on the live stream lately. It's just other things are popping up in life that I've got to take care of. My wife is traveling this week for her work, so I've got the 2 kids and just haven't. I mean, they're in school all day, but just haven't had the time to give proper attention to creating more content, which is unfortunate, but it'll come. It'll come. Looking at this as a possible entry. Value area low, even though this is a pretty immature profile. I don't know. Yeah, come back. I don't know. VWAP is so far away at this point that it's almost unthinkable that it would want to come down to 75. And if it did, it would look so bearish that, I was really kind of waiting for that impulse on the open right here for it to impulse down, and then that would be your entry to go long. I never really got it. Man, I only got 3 more likes on that. Come on, guys, give this thing a like. It's not going to kill you. You just click the button. If you're just sitting here watching this and getting some value out of it and you're not liking it, I don't know. I know we got that pop on it. Yeah, down here was a pretty decent entry. All right, now we're hitting that 75. Dang it. Man, I wish I would have gotten in down here and held it up to 75. A lot of liquidity sitting up there at 75. You can see it. Really not liking that. Very bullish 5 minute, very bullish 1 minute. I think we're gonna keep moving up. It's just where's your entry on it? Probably down here somewhere again, but try to wait for another pullback here. Right, I'm gonna end my poll here in a second. If you haven't voted on the poll, it will end here in a couple minutes. And give your vote. Actually, be looking at shorting like 55, looking for that pop back down to 44. All right, ending the poll. Most people are bullish on it. Hard to argue against it. You can even just look down here. I like looking at the volume. You can just see how the buying volume is just kind of exceeding, the selling volume. It's very bullish. It's just trying to get on a good pullback on it. And there'll be an opportunity. Sellers now coming in. Move the support level down here. 20 SMA on the 1 minute. I don't know. I think it's going to find its way up to 600 here eventually. I'm going to move down to one contract. I feel like my entry is not going to be ideal. Just watching Bookmap down there. Got more sellers coming in. I'm really waiting for like a really deep pullback here to get in at a good price. I'm not sure if I'll get it or not. I'm very, hesitant just to buy it up here and then have it roll down to 40 on me real quick. $40 for me would be a decent place to try to get back in on it. I'm going to wait and see how that 1 minute closes. Scalp it. Scalp that little pullback. My trades aren't coming up on here. I don't know why. I don't know. What's up, Tiz? It's going. What up, Tiz? It's hanging. It's hanging all right. We just took a little scalp there on a quick pullback. And maybe I want to get back in on this. I don't know. Yeah, I might need to jump back in on this. Again, I should have held this trade down here. You know, I can see where it wants to go. It wants to come up here to like 84. I'm just getting greedy. Yeah, I should have held on to that trade. 84 target. I got to 82. Those are the most frustrating when it's like your take profits at 84 and it comes up to 82 and then it just rolls down. Now it looks like you can kind of see here on the 1 minute Bollingers are kind of curving down in like that. It's kind of running out of steam a little bit. Ugh. Beating myself up about not holding that trade. It's coming right up to where we thought it was going to. Well, those days are frustrating when you feel like you read it right, and the trade for me now is done. But when you read it right, and you just don't get in on it, or it's just poor execution, or it's it's really trading your P and L. you're trading your P&L so much that you look at that $100, you're like, yeah, just take the $100. Just do it and call it a day. And that's really dangerous. You end up just not take, you end up missing these big trades. Yeah, so that's frustrating. That trade's done now. It's up at that resistance level. So that's kind of what we wanted to do. I think that even if it broke through 600 and really started holding, I think we may just be too overextended on the day. I mean, can the thing move up 3.5% today? I don't know. Yeah, I got some regret too, VVS. I have some regret too on that. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, we're coming right up to this resistance zone. The trade for me is done. I should have held on to this one down here at 54. I've been very nice, 40 points or 30 points. Got out for what? 4 points. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Oh, I can't hold on to that. My problem is I'm chasing my P&L. I've got in my head that I want to take out the max amount on both of these accounts, and so I'm just trading little P&L here and there instead of just trading. One way you can fix that is to go down to micros, which I might do actually. Go down to micros and then just trade and not care about your P&L because the P&L is going to be so small anyways that you know Nice job, Taro. What news is coming out, Cybernetic? You gotta tell me what news it is. Any news is not just any factory orders. I don't think factory orders are gonna do anything. I don't think factory orders are in play. I mean, maybe. You could wait. You could also just wait to see how this hourly closes. We pin through this, if we pin through the upper band or not. Bullish candle on that. You had a couple bullish candles here on the 1 minute. I think that if it broke the 20 SMA here at the 72, and we possibly broke this trend line, it would maybe want to give a pretty decent pullback. I'm looking at Delta here. Delta's making some pretty bearish structure, so I think it might be reaching some exhaustion levels. I wouldn't try to short it, but what I would do is just kind of recognize that we may be coming into a pullback and just kind of being patient and waiting, but maybe it breaks higher and just keeps ripping. There you go, parachute, if you want to look at that. See the orders sitting up there. So there's some up 615, but you can see they haven't been sitting there that long. Man, it's just busting up through. Jeez. I feel like we missed the gravy train. So bullish. Just so bullish. Now we're up through, we're right up there at that level. Thing is just ripping. Look at that 4 hour. Thing is just ripping. Let's try to get on a pullback. Join this gravy train. Man, I can't even get an entry on it. It's moving so damn fast. Bunch coming up here at 50. Sometimes when it's doing this, you can look at, I'm in the wrong chart. Sometimes when it's doing that, you can look at these LVNs, try to get on those. Excuse me. You see this low volume node that formed there at 54. You expect that to act as support. Man, I can't bring myself to chase this thing much more. I don't think factory orders has, I mean, the negative news on factory orders, I don't know. I don't think it has much of a, I don't think it's much in play, to be honest. I may close out on this. I don't like this. I do that. I'm trading my P&L. It's probably time to take a break. Just staring at this thing. Just staring at this thing ripping so long is gonna make me make a bad decision. So I'm gonna take a break. Hope you guys are trading pretty well out there. If you wouldn't mind giving this thing a like. Before I jump off of here, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys got any questions, happy to answer any questions. Yeah, it's good for your stock portfolio a little bit. I mean, still has a long ways to go to recover losses, but I think we're probably eyeing that 800 level. I'm not sure if we can get there today, but I think it's going to want to move up to the 20 SMA on the daily. That's probably its next spot it'd like to travel to. I hope you guys are having a good trading day. If you wouldn't mind liking this one more time, I'm going to ask one more time, then I'm going to stop asking for likes. All this is completely free. The only thing I ask is that you guys like it, give me some good positive vibes. See this low volume node coming in here. Yeah, I mean, I got out of that trade. So I mean, just at some point, it's going to want to make some. You say that it's going to want to make some big pullback, and it never does. So, it is what it is. I'll take the whatever that is, 234 on it, I guess. Pretty weak, to be honest, considering the move. But again, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go get some air, clear my head a little bit, and come back and maybe see if we can find a little better setup here. This low volume node looks decent. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't short it. I would just chill. There's the invitation. I don't know what that means. I'm not shorting it. No. I would not be shorting this today. The direction is up. You want to go with the trend. It's clearly up today, so I think it's got some more room. It could be coming into a pullback here at like 30. You might be able to get into a nice deep pullback. Wouldn't be too bad. We can look at some orders, see if there's anything going on there. I'm telling you, this book map is helpful. If you guys are interested in it, there's a link in the description below. I don't know. Since it didn't go on that one where he broke out to the upside, should have gone on that one. Since it didn't, I think I just sit on my hands. Buying coming in down here possibly. Definitely trade my P&O. 43 maybe. All right, I need to go get some air. I can't sit here and scalp this thing all day. God, that does look like a good pullback though. All right. There's something in me that's just telling me I need to go. So I'm just going to go. All right, guys, take it easy. I'm getting off this thing. It goes up before NFP, CPI, blah, blah, blah. See you guys. This is for reals. I'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. See you guys then. Take care. Bye.